Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to be going into Ezekiel, the second chapter, which just previously in Ezekiel, the first chapter, we pretty much read about how the Most High, the Lord appeared into Ezekiel. All right, he basically described while he was by the river of Kibar, being that Ezekiel was one of the captives that was taken from Israel, from Jerusalem to that region of Babylon. Okay, so there he was with the rest of the captives, and the Lord basically gave him this vision where he described the angels, the appearance of the angels that he saw, the chariot of the Lord, and basically the majesty of the Lord. So now in the second chapter, this is basically when the Lord, appoints him, to go and do what it is the Lord wants him to do, right? Being that Ezekiel is a prophet, the Lord basically came to him and told him, hey, this is what I need you to go and say unto the children of Israel, okay? And so that's what we're about to read in Ezekiel, the second chapter. And you'll notice there's some similarities between when the word of the Lord came to these prophets. It was in a very similar way because, as a matter of fact, before I start here, let me actually bring out this precept in Hebrews, because he would mainly give them like a warning or like a disclaimer concerning the people they were going to go prophesy to, about how stiff-necked and hard-headed they are. But he would still, exhort the prophets to still go and be strong and remember that the Most High is with you. Okay, now I think it's actually Hebrews, the first chapter. Yeah, this is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Now, when we click in here, we look at sundry times. The definition in the Greek says here, by many portions, by many times, and in many ways. Okay, and so one example is the way he came to Ezekiel. One example is the way he came to Jeremiah, the way he came to Isaiah, the way he came to Moses. Okay, it was in at many different times in many different ways, but he would come to them, and through those men, he would relay his message to the Israelites. So this is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 1. The prophet's call. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered, because remember at the end of chapter 1, when Ezekiel saw this, he bowed. So now the Lord told him, stand up, and I'm going to speak to you. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. And that's pretty much why at this point in time, the northern kingdom, right, the 10 tribes, the kingdom of Israel, weren't even in their land, because they had rebelled against the Lord. When you read the book of Kings, 1st and 2nd Kings, you'll hear about the constant transgression that these Israelites were doing, especially the northern kingdom, and then southern kingdom was following suit as well. So hence you have, at this point in time in Ezekiel chapter 2, Jerusalem hasn't been destroyed yet, but it is subject under the Babylonians. They have to pay tribute to the Babylonians, and they have a puppet ruler that was set up by the Babylonians, which was Zedekiah. So the Lord is saying, these people have been so rebellious since the day that I even brought them out of the land of Egypt. Even on that journey, while I was in the process of delivering them to the promised land, they already started rebelling against me even then, all the way up until this very day. So these are the kind of people that I'm sending you to, just so you know. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. And when you look up the definition of the word impudent, which I have on here, it says here, not showing due respect for another person, impertinent, insolent, cheeky, audacious, brazen, shameless. And you can see this characteristic is still in the children of Israel today. Okay, and by the children of Israel, I'm referring to those that are known today predominantly as so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because they are the actual true descendants of these people that the Lord is talking about here. And you can see that same cheeky, lack of respect attitude that they have today. But in this case, this was towards the Lord. And stiff-hearted. So they're hard-headed and stiff-hearted, meaning that they do wrong but can't be corrected. It's just like they can't do right. You keep on chastising them, warning them. You do everything you can to get them to go the right way, but they're just stuck in their ways. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord God Yahweh. So when you go to them, you're going to tell them, this is what I have to say to them. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. So I'm sending you among them with their stiff-necked, impudent, hard-headed asses. And whether they listen to what you have to say or whether they just keep on pushing and they don't care because they're just that rebellious, they're going to know that at least I sent a prophet among them. So whatever else that I bring upon them, they were warned. They don't have an excuse. They know that the Lord speaks through prophets. So whenever I send a prophet among them, if they don't take heed, they know that at least I sent the prophet. So they know that this is on them. Verse 6, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and though thou dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Now, why is the Lord telling Ezekiel not to be afraid of their words? Because remember that there's a saying, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets," because it got to the point where the wickedness was so high that even though they knew that a prophet was sent of the Lord, they didn't care. They would go as far as to kill you. So imagine now going to prophesy against them, telling them this is what the Lord said. You have to stop your wickedness and so on and so forth. They're gonna threaten you. They're gonna say all manner of wicked things against you. They're gonna mock you, ridicule you, scorn, scoff, the same thing they do today. But the Lord told Ezekiel, don't be afraid of that. And he likened the nature of these Israelites to briars and thorns. Briars and thorns are not you don't want to be in the midst of an area where all that's around you are briars and thorns. You step on the wrong side and you getting pricked. All right, you turn around and there's something already stabbing your arm. And thou dost dwell among scorpions. Once again, describing the nature of these Israelites. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And guess what? The same thing that the Lord was telling Ezekiel about in this chapter, that's the same thing we go through today whenever we're out on the highways and byways. They look at us with those looks, they send those threats, they come on the comment board and speak all their madness and spew it all on there. They give those looks, be it a so-called threatening look or a look of disgust or disdain or whatever it is. But we already know that they're going to do this. And the Lord still sends us out there regardless, just like he's telling Ezekiel now to go and do. That's the job of a prophet. That's a part of the difficulties of being a prophet. Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them. And that's a key part right there. The Lord when the Lord came to Ezekiel, or even just the prophets of old, what the Lord came to the prophets for was to let you know, hey, I need you to go and relay a message to these people. This is my message that I need you to go and tell them. So that's two things. Number one, when you as a prophet go, you can't just go and make up whatever you want to say. If that was the case, why'd you wait till the Lord came to you before you went out there? If you had your own message, right? So you have to speak the words according to the Lord. And number two, people get mad at prophets because they think that the prophets are the ones who are doing these things. Oh, why do you want this to happen? Or why are you causing this? The prophets don't really cause these things to happen necessarily. These things have already been arranged and set up in the heavens by the Lord to happen. And he's sending the prophets to give you a warning that, hey, this is what's getting ready to happen. And if you don't want to be a partaker of it, then I suggest you stop doing what you're doing. Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. So the majority of the nation of Israel are rebellious, meaning they don't care. They don't consider that the things they're doing are wicked and that they need to stop. They'll just keep on doing it. But there's still a few amongst them that will hear. And if they were doing something wrong and they didn't know, after hearing the warning, they would stop and repent. But for the most part, the bulk or the majority of them won't. Verse 8, but thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Okay, which means, understand and digest the message that the Lord is going to give him. Okay, eating the book or eating the roll is symbolic, as we're going to read when we get to the 3rd chapter. But it represents understanding the message of the Lord, digesting it, and then going out and relaying that message to the Lord's people. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Verse 9, and when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, so on the inside and on the backside. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. Okay, and this roll of a book represented, like I mentioned, the message that the Lord had for Ezekiel to go and to prophesy onto the children of Israel. Okay, and as it says, when Ezekiel said when it was spread before him, he saw lamentations and mournings and woe, because that was what was concerning Israel at the time, because of all the wickedness they had committed. Now, in today's day and age, that book represents the entire Bible, because today we have the fullness of the information from all the prophets, from the beginning, from Genesis all the way on to the book of Revelation. We have all of that. Okay, so today that roll, when you have to eat that roll, you have to understand the whole book. Okay, and then you have to go and teach and prophesy onto the children of Israel, which they're here today, just like we're here today. Okay, but in the context of Ezekiel, pretty much in Ezekiel the 2nd chapter, this is the Lord coming to Ezekiel and basically giving him that message. Hey, this is what I need you to go and do. Okay, but here's a forewarning. When you get there, these people are going to be like this, but don't let that discourage you. Okay, because this is the message that I need you to go and send to them. Now, here in Jeremiah, like I was mentioning, it's crazy how the Lord always had to give this kind of heads up to the prophets, like, don't be bothered by their looks or their words, because you're gonna encounter it. Trust me, if they can rebel against the Most High, what you think they're gonna do against you? But don't worry about that. Okay, I'm still sending you for a reason. This is Jeremiah 1:17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise, and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. See, so the Lord said, don't be dismayed. Don't lose courage when you see the looks they give you, the way they talk to you, as though you crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. Who the hell are you? The threats. Don't let that discourage you. For behold, I have made thee this day a defenced city, and an iron pillar, and brazen walls against the whole land, and against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. Meaning that when you go to prophesy against them, they're not going to be able to do anything to you, because I've made you like unto a defenced city. Okay, with brazen walls and all that. Meaning that if you take a look at a defenced city, it's damn near impossible to destroy or break down that city. So that's what the Lord is saying here. I've made you impossible to be broken down. So have the faith and just go. Verse 19, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, to deliver thee. So they're gonna come against you. You can expect that. But don't worry about it, because I'm gonna protect you and I'm gonna deliver you. Just focus on doing what I said you should go do. This is another precept here, echoing the same sentiment, is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Once again, go and speak the message to my people, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Now, when this was said to Ezekiel, he was told, go and speak my words unto them. Tell them, thus saith the Lord. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So there should be a record of this. Fear not, here's the key part in verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee, nor let the incredulity, the disbelief, the faithlessness of them trouble thee that speak against thee. See, so the Lord just had to keep giving that warning that I'm not saying this is going to be an easy joyride. They will come against you. They will be hard-headed. They will stress you out. But don't let that discourage you. Don't fear. Remember, I'm the one sending you. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the book of Ezekiel chapter 2. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.